Okay, so we're going to look at phase 2 rehab to help you fix your own quad tear. We've done phase 1 in a previous video. Those exercises at this stage now would be a warm-up or would be a little bit too easy for you, and we need to move on to the next stage. You couldn't go from phase 1 to phase 2. In this video here, we're going to go through the 4 best exercises for this phase that it's going to really strengthen up and load your quad muscle in some more aggressive positions. And we're also going to include a running program you need to do in conjunction with this to help you get back to your sport. Hi, my name is Tommy Brennan. I'm the owner of the Pain and Performance Clinic based in Dublin. So myself and Aaron are going to go through the exercises. You should feel a lot of muscle tension, and these exercises should be quite difficult on you. They're not supposed to feel easy. We'll talk at the end about how you might put this into your overall week so you're not doing too much, but when you're doing the exercises, they need to be quite tough. The first exercise we're going to do in phase 2 is a split squat hold with reps. So if we get Aaron working here, so say he is working the front leg here is the quad muscle that's been torn. So he's going to bend and get both dumbbells beside the knee and then look straight ahead of you with very little weight through the back leg. So in this position here, you should be feeling a lot of work here. You're also going to feel a little bit here. Holding it like that, very little weight to the back leg. Hold it for about 10 or 15 seconds. You feel that tension building? And then after that, you're going to drop your hip and push your foot into the ground. So all your intent is down through here. Watch for pushing weight through your back leg. This is a tough exercise. Aaron is going to gas out now in a second. Pushing your foot down through here, all the way up, all the way down. And take a break. Where do you feel that working? Yeah, pretty tough, isn't it? Okay, so like the example there, 10 or 15 second hold followed by maybe 10 or 12 reps. Very, very tough exercise. Safe to do on both sides at this stage. After this, you would certainly need a few minutes rest before you go at the next exercise. You should be doing it where it's about an 8 out of 10 effort. It was about that effort, was it? Yeah. So, second exercise is the Spanish squat. Now this is also a very difficult exercise in terms of it's a tough exercise on you. So Aaron is going to jump in here. So if you don't have access to this, the phase 1 video on quad rehab showed a Swiss ball squat and hold. You can just do that for a longer amount of time, or you can bias your leg so that leg that's working is back a little bit. Just a more advanced version of it if you just have the Swiss ball. But if you have access to this is a great exercise to do. So what you're going to do is Aaron is going to squat down as deep as he can, all the way down and back up 5 times. So get yourself to where the tension can hold you up on the band. After 5 squats, you're going to stay down there and try and get your torso as parallel as possible. So sitting upright, get your hips low so they should be just above knee height. Feel a lot of work here? Yeah. And let's go again. So holding that for maybe 5 seconds to start with. And then we're going to try and do this maybe 3 times. If you've never done this before, it's a very difficult exercise. Get your torso upright, down a little bit lower. Where do you feel that burn? Okay, and take a break. Take a break. So, again, a good 8 out of 10 effort, would you say? Yeah, really tough exercise. You should be feeling it in both quads, holding it twice or doing another round of that as your body adapts and you're able for a little bit more. But you should be leaving that exercise feeling, I need to recover fully now for 2 or 3 minutes at least before I hit the quad again, okay? So there's your Spanish squat. The next exercise we're going to move on to is going to be a lunge and reach, where if this leg is the leg that has been torn, it's the one that's behind you. So we might go this way, Aaron, and if you want to lunge forward with the opposite leg and reach up as high as you can. Good. So in this position here, you're pushing back with the other foot. This is the leg where you have the tear, and you should feel a stretch sensation along this. You couldn't do this in the earlier stages, it would be a little bit too sore, but at this stage, if you've done the previous exercises, you should be able for this. And this one here with a real lunge and reach, you're doing about 15 of them, 15 to 20 in a set. Again, you can do that on both sides. So there's our third exercise. Fourth exercise, if you've torn your quad muscle, you probably want to get back to an activity that's, sporting and athletic, and you need to be able to jump and land. So rather than leaving all of that until the very end, we're incorporating it now into your rehab. So we're going to do this exercise here, which takes care of it. We're going to do 4 jumps with the dumbbells, then we're going to leave the dumbbells down and do body weight jumps. So again, the weight shouldn't be heavy. 5 kg or 7.5 kg in each hand is enough. You don't want to be so heavy that it's changing your biomechanics drastically. So what we're going to do is drop and jump. So it's as explosive as you can when you're doing it. Good. Take a few seconds to set yourself. So you just do 4 of them, and then we're doing the exact same thing, body weight, jumping for heights. And again, we're going to do 4. Okay, good. So there's your jump and land exercises. The 4 exercises that we've gone through are sport specific in terms of getting you back to an athletic event where you have to sprint, and they're also a big step up from the phase 1 exercises. You should feel a lot of work here. If you were to do 3 rounds of all of that, that would be a decent bit of effort for that muscle. And again, if you work it, let it rest the next day, work it the next day, you're going to allow that muscle to grow and strengthen and adapt. In terms of running, we're also going to look at the turnaround runs that you need to do as part of this. Rehab is vitally important, but we also need to get you running in order to get back. So follow on the plan of the running session that we're going to include in this. So here's a sample running program that you would do. They're called turnarounds. So from the end line to the 20-meter line, you're just building up. This area here, you're going to maintain the pace, and then you're going to decelerate for another 20 meters, turn around straight away, build up, maintain the pace, decelerate. So up is 1 run, down is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 runs is a set, and then just do a slow walk as your recovery, and that's 1 set. What you're trying to do is maybe 5 sets of this, and just find your starting point for this place here. So if it's early stage, it might be down at 30 or 40%. Try and get that done maybe for 2 days, and then up it by 10%. So you might go from 30% one day, 40% after, as soon as you're ready, then up to 50, 60, 70. And I would use this template all the way through the rehab. So at your end stage, you will be going at 100% through here. So start off at the pace that you can cope with. If you have any questions on any of this, feel free to comment below and we'll get back to you, or reach out and we'd be glad to help.